Welcome,
Yeah.
everyone. There's no one here at the moment, but well, maybe people will show up. But we're here and we're introducing Mahir Mahota,
Yeah.
a mechatronics engineer, and we would like you to give us a quick introduction and on like what you're studying and like that kind of
All
thing,
right.
so that we can start.
So yeah, my name's Mahir. I'm a first year mechatronics engineering student. I just finished my 1A term. I'm in my 1B term right now, 1 week in, and just nowadays just going ahead with studying, searching for co-op because I'm a stream 8 student. We have two different streams, so I have co-op next semester, and just that's going on. But yeah, in general, it's been great here. Yeah.
Mhm. So, the big question and what this all is all about is how do you choose mechatronics as engineer? But before we do that, like give us a quick rundown on what mechatronics engineering is, because
All
I
right.
a lot of people don't know what that one
Okay.
is.
So a lot of people, when they think about mechatronics engineering, they think robotics, but that's part of it. But that's just not all of it because a lot of my classmates and myself, we can do a range of things, and there's people from all skill sets here. In general, mechatronics engineering, I'd say, is mostly mechanical. A lot of the courses, around 60 to 70% is mechanical. But unlike a pure mechanical engineering degree, we also have software engineering courses thrown in there. So you get a range of experiences and you get to learn about a few different things and then get to apply them in your work. Uh, but yeah, that's about it. Robotics is just one of it because robots, again, they use mechanical, electrical software. So a lot of people go there to try to capture everything. But then there's also software. A lot of most of us go into software. Some go into mechanical. There's just no single career you can choose. Mechatronics just caters to a lot of people.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
that was an interesting description because I hadn't heard much about mechatronics before, and
Right.
that I know this is a good thing to hear about. But now the big question: how did you choose mechatronics engineering?
Okay. So if you want to choose mechatronics engineering, ideally, the people who I've seen, they really don't have a specific idea of which field they want to go in. So
Mm,
if you, let's say you like a bunch of different things, you're like, okay, mechanical's good, but I also like electrical, but then
mm,
electrical's good, mechanical's also good. Like you have a lot of different interests, then mechatronics is right for you
mhm,
because you get to learn about everything. Now,
mm,
if it doesn't go into as much depth into mechanical as mechanical engineering does or electrical as ECE does,
mhm,
but it does give you a general overview of all the fields and you get to apply them. And also, robotics is pretty cool. So, like a
mm,
lot of people that come here, robotics is pretty cool. Our projects are pretty cool, and it's just an interesting field. Usually, if you're in high school, let's say, and you're trying to choose, it just depends on your interest. See what course you like. So, let's say if you like physics, physics is
mhm,
a good indicator of what course you like in physics. If you loved circuits, but you didn't like, let's say, thermodynamics,
mm,
then maybe ECE is more right for you. If you loved all of it and you don't really dislike a certain part, then you might be good in mechatronics.
mm. I see.
Yeah.
So when you chose mechatronics, was this like a thing that you found as like at the end, or was like a quick, a thorough decision, or something like that? Like how?
Right. So, mechatronics, I heard about it. I everywhere else I applied was mostly for ECE, electrical and computer engineering. Mechatronics at Waterloo sounded like an interesting discipline. It's not offered in a lot of other universities. So I
Mm,
know like University of Toronto or UBC, a lot of other Canadian universities don't offer mechatronics.
mm,
Waterloo, it seemed interesting because I looked at the courses and I am one of those people. I was interested in a bunch of different things. I
mm,
didn't exactly want to get stuck in one field. So mechatronics seemed like a good way to keep my options open. And
mhm,
like some of the jobs I'm applying to right now, they
mhm,
use like a range of various skills. So I have, for example, a robotics internship or something that's meant for mechatronics engineers. It just sounded interesting to me. It wasn't something that I had had in my mind since I was younger, like mechatronics. I didn't know what it was. It was, I think, in the start of my 12th grade, mostly. that I heard about it. And I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. I might apply somewhere with this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I see. So, what was the? So you said that you did a lot of like electrical and computer switching between those, and then you saw mechatronics as like the third option that you finally found out. But then, where what was like the response to finding out that you were doing mechatronics or that kind of thing?
Right. So it was. I enjoy this. I've enjoyed it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanical. I've found out. Most people find out a niche. So I found that I'm more of a software guy. I go towards the software side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to know about a lot of different things. I did not really. Mechatronics and ECE, I was good for both. Like I'd be
Mm-hmm.
happy to do either one essentially. And Waterloo, I chose Waterloo because I like the co-op program. That's the
Mm-hmm.
main reason for coming here. And mechatronics, I it was either between mechatronics engineering at Waterloo or mechanical at U of T. And the thing with mechanical is it's too restricting for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be stuck into a mechanical degree pretty much because I like the jobs that you could get with a Tron degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty happy about it. I think it's a good choice so far. Yeah.
And how was like the response from like outside, like family, friends, that kind of thing?
Family were fine. They were happy about it because mechatronics. I discussed it with my parents and my friends beforehand, and they all liked the degree. It sounds like a cool degree. It's a niche degree. It's like a skill set that a lot of jobs do look for. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the employers they look for mechatronics engineers. So that let's say you're working on embedded systems, which is microcontrollers, and like writing software for microcontrollers
Mm-hmm.
the employers would like someone who also knows how the thing that the microcontroller goes and works, so like the
Mm-hmm.
mechanical side of things. It's like a good, even if you specialize, you do know about the other aspects that your team are working on, let's say on a job. So it's like a valuable asset that employers look for. I know a lot of companies uh, like hiring mechatronics engineers. There, a lot of us, a lot of upper years going to Tesla or Apple, and that's just it's a good field to break into. Yeah.
So now the question is, um, you've started talking about it, but like, how did you choose U Waterloo specifically? You said it was about the co-op program, but like, were there any other things that you saw besides that?
So I applied to a total of 18 universities, right? It was, I believe, nine in Canada, seven in Canada, and 11 in the US.
Mm-hmm.
The US, I applied to big reaches. I was like, if I get in here, this is the only way I'm going to the US because I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want to go for something that was lower ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I did not get into those ones, but I did get into all of the ones in Canada. So I did have a few choices to make. So the first ones I shortlisted was my main choices were UBC, McGill, U of T, and Waterloo. These were
Mm-hmm.
the four big ones I was looking at. Uh, UBC was too far away. I'm international, so UBC was a long flight. And also, UBC has a general first year, so you don't get to choose your discipline until you pass first year. And I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't like the uncertainty of that. So UBC was out. McGill, it's a good university, but for engineering, I wasn't entirely sure
Mm-hmm.
because first of all, French would be a factor there because there's no internships would require French, and that would have gotten difficult. I know French, but not enough to get a job for it, that it requires it.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that was shortlisted. Then it was just U of T and Waterloo.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough decision. So U of T, I applied to ECE, but I got into mechanical, which was my second choice. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to. It was mix of choosing between mechanical and mechatronics, and also Waterloo's co-op program is slightly more refined.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just chose Waterloo because mechatronics again gives me the software side of things, and the co-op program is amazing. It's such a good thing to be working while you're on the field. So U of T does it after 3 years. You get 1 year of co-op, but if you don't like the job you're in for that 1 year, then you're stuck there.
Oh,
Waterloo, you get to cycle between different. You get 4 months studying, 4 months working, so you can choose between different companies and see what you like.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the next? So the next question is now, how is it going for you? Is it the good and the bad? The is the things that are like
Okay.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so first semester for me wasn't too bad. I didn't find it too difficult personally. I know a lot of people did. It depends on your background.
Hmm.
So I did the IB, so a lot of it was the continuation of high school for me. So I didn't struggle with it too much. Uh, I know. So my courses were calculus, linear algebra. I had digital computation, which is just programming. There was chemistry and one design course.
Hmm.
So chemistry, I know a lot of people struggle with because it's a hit and miss. Some people love chemistry, some people don't like it and are not as good at it. It's a subject that, well, it depends what you like. I
Hmm.
personally like I'm good at chemistry, I'd like to say. So I didn't find a problem with that course. There wasn't much memorization, you just understand. Linear algebra was famously difficult course before coming here. That's the one I was most worried for, but it wasn't that bad actually because there's like weekly quizzes that keep you on track.
Hmm.
So it wasn't too bad. A lot of people thought that would be the worst quiz, but it wasn't. Calculus grading was strict, but it's again not a bad course. Just derivatives, integrals. If you haven't done in high school, you might struggle, but if you've done integrals in high school, you should be fine if you're going to Tron. Uh, in general, it's been good. Second year is like right now in 1B, it's not looking too bad. The courses are fine. It's just they're a bit more complicated. So like first it was a review of high school. Now it's coming into university course and completely new material. We have circuits, we have materials, we have statics.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of new courses, but I'm excited to go forward with it.
So would you say it's meeting your expectations or?
Yeah, it's I think it's meeting expectations so far. It's what I expected the program to be. Uh, I expected maybe for it to be a bit tougher, but that depends on the person. I know a lot of people found it difficult, so that might just be me and my interests lie towards the subjects we had in first year. We'll see how I continue. But overall, it's been good. Co-op, it's tough actually. So because you're studying right now, and I'm just looking for jobs as well. There's a lot of them to go through.
Hmm.
So that is something that I was expecting, but it's also not something you think about when you're applying. It does take up your time quite a bit.
Do you think that like also like going into university, it's a like you thought it would be, or is it?
University, it's a big shift. I like it so far. It's Waterloo is a peaceful place. I didn't So I expected because I'm from bigger cities, so I knew Waterloo would be a bit calmer. The campus is nice. It's yeah, so about as I expected. It's nice. Maybe even better than I expected actually. Some of the buildings here are really nice. And the room I'm living in is pretty spacious. So like this place, it's a pretty good. I like my room.
Yeah.
So settled in pretty nicely. It's a big shift. I'm originally from Pakistan, but I lived in Dubai for 4 years. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a very I've never been to Canada before. I'm getting used to the cold. It's colder than I expected. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's been nice. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like this place.
Yeah, with the big storm that we had a few weeks ago, and
Ooh, yeah, I heard about it. They just plummeted.
yeah,
Temperatures were crazy. Yeah.
yeah. But do you think there's anything that you wish you had done earlier to choose anything, or you think that?
I wish. Okay, so education-wise, not really. Choosing the IB is a good step. I think I should have ideally done an internship before coming here and should have started working on projects earlier. So when I came here, people have stacked resumes. It's crazy how much work people have done in high school. I wish I'd taken more time away from studies and done maybe an internship in a related field or maybe worked on a personal project because I had to really spend my winter break working on a few projects so that I could have a filled resume. I
Mm,
think I'd recommend if you're going for engineering, you have maybe one project or some experience before going in, it'll help you a lot in the long run.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
So that's the end of my serious questions, but I'll end
All
off
right.
with a goofy question.
All
Um,
right.
What is your favorite fictional character?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Fictional character. I haven't thought about that. I know so many. So recently, let's see. Hmm, that's a good question. I read too many books, so what do I come up with? Recently, I've been reading Dune, so I might
No, I
just
just
go with.
started reading Dune.
Yo, it's so good. It's
I
so
know.
good. I might just go with the character of that because that's a recent book, so that's the one I can remember. That might be my best fictional character right now, Paul Atreides.
Yo, I
It
just
it
finished.
just changed.
Yeah, I just
So
finished the
how?
first book. Like literally. Like,
Oh, perfect. Same here. Over winter break, I was like, okay, this is such a good book. I watched the movie and I was like,
yeah,
I gotta read this book. Yeah,
that's exactly what
it's
happened today. Like, not
yeah,
even.
it's so nice.
It's a good
It's
book.
such a good book. Yeah. So recently, that's been the favorite one. It changes depending on what I'm reading, pretty much. But so far, yeah, that's it.
Um, do you think Paul would go to your university?
Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, he might. He might like it here.
uh,
Maybe colder than the desert is, but it's nice.
or maybe you'll have like some what's it called? What when you get away from spice for a long too long? I've forgotten what the
Oh yeah,
withdrawals.
there's
I
like
guess. Yeah.
withdrawal. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't find much of spice here. That's the problem.
That's the only problem. And then he'll just
Yeah,
be doing his Kwisatz Haderach things all the
yeah, exactly. Sitting in the dorm room. Exactly.
time.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's been
way
fun.
off the top. Yeah, definitely. This is
Yeah.
great initiative here. Yeah.
I'll stop the stream here, but I still have a few questions for you
Yeah,
after.
yeah, sure
So,
thing. Go ahead.
thank everyone for being on the stream. Do you want to shout anything else or?
Yeah, good luck with wherever you're applying. I am assuming everyone's in high school, so best of luck. Uh, just keep on going and you'll get where you want to go. Hope for the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, signing out.